Jack Spitzer here with Birdrock Media, and I'm so excited to have you here today. I've put together this presentation to share our #1 strategy for getting new customers on Autopilot within 24 hours. This is exactly what we use to get this new restaurant more than 120 new paying customers every month. The great thing about our methods is that they are unlike any of the methods used by most marketing agencies that rely on complicated and costly strategies. Our methods don't require you to spend thousands of dollars up front, leaving you wondering if you'll ever see profits. In fact, our methods guarantee profit. And not only that, they guarantee revenue before a single dollar is spent. In this presentation, I'll unveil our #1 secret strategy for getting new customers on Autopilot for businesses just like yours. Now, before we dive in and I share that with you, I'm going to give you a really quick overview for what you can expect in this presentation. First, this presentation is only going to be about 10 minutes long. I know that you're very busy, so I made this presentation as short as possible and jam-packed it with value in order to respect your time. By the end of this presentation, you'll be left with actionable steps that you can apply towards your business starting today. With that being said, the first thing I'm going to do before we get into the meat of today's presentation is quickly introduce myself. First, I'm going to tell you how I got started so that you know where my passion for helping businesses stemmed from. Then I'm going to tell you what propelled me to learn the information I'll be sharing with you so that you can recognize the dangers associated with running a business without a proper marketing strategy to grow efficiently. And lastly, I'm going to share our solution for helping business owners such as yourself without worrying about losing money and relying on outdated, expensive marketing strategies that just don't work anymore. So without further ado, let's dive into the meat of today's presentation. First, a bit about myself. I started out as a filmmaker and a photographer, and I began my journey like most in the industry. I simply wanted to tell stories that would inspire and hopefully cause someone to take some kind of action. Like many filmmakers, I dabbled in various areas like weddings, music videos, and commercials for businesses. Eventually, I niched down and specialized in creating commercials to help businesses grow, as that turned out to be my strong suit. Now, after some time dealing with multiple businesses, I realized that these business owners had a huge problem. These business owners would hire me to create commercials for the sake of generating more revenue. The problem was that these business owners didn't know how to do that with my videos. Once I handed my video to them, they would either post it on their Facebook page, which unsurprisingly wouldn't do much for them, or they would give it to a marketer or advertiser that relied on overly complicated, costly, and frankly outdated marketing strategies that left the business owner barely profitable. And that's if they were lucky. So seeing this as a problem in the marketplace, I eventually decided to throw my hat into the marketing ring. Instead of just creating the videos, I'd market them as well. Because of all my experience crafting videos that pulled on people's emotional heartstrings, I was able to create marketing campaigns that were profitable from day one. I knew how to get people to buy. Immediately, I became the go-to guy for businesses in my local area that wanted an all-in-one solution to generate more revenue. Essentially, what we do is take a piece of content that represents your brand and only show it to people that fit the profile of your ideal customer. And no, that's not an exaggeration. We only go after your ideal customer. It's because we specialize in the niche and we've accumulated a whole bunch of data that we already know exactly who your ideal customer is. We know their age, we know what kind of content they like consuming, we know what makes them tick, and we know where they're hanging out. But most importantly, we know what they want. And it's because we know who they are, we know what they want, and we know where they're hanging out that we're able to grab them and nurture them through a process that warms them up before sending them your way to close. And it's really as simple as that. We find your ideal customers, we warm them up, and then we send them your way. And this all works seamlessly because of one fundamental strategy that I'll be sharing with you today. Now, the question is our strategy right for you? Well, our strategy is right for you if you need 20 to 50 new customers per month. Our strategy is for you if you've only been relying on grassroots marketing methods like word of mouth. Our strategy is for you if you're currently spending long hours slaving away at your business and investing a small fortune on marketing with little to no results. Our strategy is for you if you've noticed a decrease in your profits due to a rise in competition in your area accompanied by the rising costs of traditional online marketing strategies. And lastly, our strategy is for you if you want to be satisfied knowing that your marketing dollars are helping you grow your business to give you the highest ROI possible. Now, if any of these resonate with you, our strategy can help you. Now, with that being said, before we go any further and I provide you with the strategy, let's talk about some of the common marketing strategies out there right now and where they fall short. Chances are, you may have heard of SEO and Google AdWords, as those are some of the most popular strategies used by online marketers. Now, if you're relatively new to marketing, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. When talking about SEO and Google AdWords, we're simply referring to what someone searches for online. The goal with SEO and Google AdWords is simply to rank your website or ad on the first page when someone searches a particular set of keywords. The idea is that if you're on the first page, then you'll have the highest chance of getting the customer. This might sound great, but there are a lot of problems with SEO and Google AdWords. Here are the 4 biggest problems. 1. It can take months to rank on page 1 for a search. It takes time to do research in order to get a website on page 1, and with every single day that passes by, you are leaving dollars on the table. And if you're anything like us, you don't like leaving money on the table. And that is why we deliver results within 24 hours. 2. It's high risk. SEO is vulnerable to Google's algorithm. It's no secret that Google changes their algorithm from time to time. You could be on page 1 for a year straight, and then with an algorithm change, find yourself on page 2, 3, 5, 10, or even worse, nowhere to be found. You don't have control, and that's very risky when you're working with a strict monthly advertising budget. Our strategy is not vulnerable to Google's algorithm, and we're able to provide consistent, reliable results day in and day out. 3. Google AdWords is expensive. It can cost anywhere near $10 to $50 to get someone to click on your ad, and it's no surprise that not everyone who clicks on your ad is going to call you. In fact, on average, it's about 1 in 5 people that will call you. So if we do some math, that's about $50 to $250 for a single call. Not to mention, you also have to factor in how often you close. That's expensive. How does $1 to $2 per lead sound? Probably a lot better than $50 to $250 for a call. Our strategy provides leads at a fraction of the price it costs to use SEO and Google AdWords. 4. You're leaving money on the table. This is easily the biggest problem with SEO and Google AdWords. There are people out there that want what your business has to offer, but unfortunately never get to know that you even exist. For example, they might not know the exact keywords to search for in order to find your business. Or worse, it might not even cross their mind to do a quick search online. Instead of waiting on them to come to you, why not just go to them? Well, that's what we believe, and that's what we do for businesses like yours. Again, we've done the research and we already know exactly who your target customer is. Our strategy takes out all the footwork and automatically pairs you with your ideal customer without needing to do any kind of research or looking online. Think of us as Cupid, but for businesses. Now look, I'm not saying don't do SEO and Google AdWords. I do advocate for those strategies, and I believe there's a time and place for them, because yes, they will get you customers, but we just specialize in doing that much faster and much cheaper. In fact, while we're on the topic of specialization, I've got a question for you. If you had heart issues, would you see a podiatrist, a general physician, or a heart specialist? You'd see a heart specialist, right? Well, we're the heart specialist when it comes to lead generation. All we do is focus on delivering qualified prospects in your service area, looking for your services directly to you on Autopilot. As I mentioned earlier, our strategy is very simple. Here's our secret strategy that sets us apart from all the other marketing and advertising agencies out there. The trick is simply to find the perfect offer for the perfect audience. It's all about the perfect match. You see, we've already put in the footwork and done the market research to find the winning offer. And by winning offer, we mean an offer that's been scientifically proven to work, one that has been taken over and over and over and over by your ideal customer. We know the price range that aligns with their buying behavior. We know the discount they're looking for, and we know how to package the offer so that it's irresistible, and we even know how to upsell them. That's half the battle right there. The other half is the ideal audience. We've accumulated a database of thousands of customers who have already taken up the winning offer. As I said earlier, we know their age, we know what content they consume, what Facebook pages they like, and if they have pets or not. Because we know the winning offer, because we know who your ideal customer is, because we know what makes them want to buy, and because we have a system to target them and put your offer right in front of them, it's very easy to bring them through the door. And here's the best part, we do it for free. You see, we prefer to start slow, like a first date. Just like a gentleman that asks a woman out on a first date, we pay for dinner. I know that might sound silly, but would you ask your first date for their credit card number for security on the first date? You wouldn't. That's completely crazy. They'd probably get up and leave. We take the same approach. We want to earn your trust. On our first marketing date, we're going to pay for everything and deliver leads to you at no cost to you. There's no upfront cost, there's no credit card involved, there are no long-term contracts to sign. We want to earn your business first by demonstrating what we can do. Now, in case you're wondering why we'd be willing to do that, it's very simple. We're confident that you'll want to work with us long-term once we deliver new customers to you at zero risk to you. Now, that being said, because we take on all the risk, it goes without saying that we don't work with just anyone. Like you, we only want to partner up with professional operated businesses. So here's what we look for in determining if someone's a good fit for us. 1. You must have a system to talk to the leads we will send your way, whether that means answering the phone or catering towards a list of leads that we'll send your way via emails. 2. You must have a sold process for converting prospects into customers. In other words, it's important that you and your staff have a process to close. 3. You must provide excellent customer service. We can provide you with leads all day, but if your customer service lacks, then the leads won't stick. Now, it's important that each geographic location holds a certain number of leads. Our goal is to monopolize one area by feeding all the leads in that area to one business. Because of this, we have an application process to help us determine the best possible business in a location, as we don't share leads with competitors. If you qualify to partner with us, you'll get exclusive leads in the form of emails and or phone calls in your area that want your services. You'll get zero conflict of interest. We won't work with your competition. There's zero risk to get started. Again, we will cover all the upfront costs in order to earn your trust. And you'll get peace of mind knowing that you can safely grow your business. Now, in order to qualify, you simply need to fill out the application below that schedule a quick 15-minute non-sales call where we'll chat to determine if we're a good fit. Now, I know that you might still have a few lingering questions, and here are some of the most common questions and answers to them. 1. Is it really no money out of pocket to get started? Yes, we take on all the risks and costs, and you pay $0 up front. We want to earn your business by offering you a try before you buy trial. 2. I've tried various types of marketing strategies and worked with marketers in the past with little to no results. What makes you different? Unfortunately, many business owners have tried many types of marketing strategies that just don't work, which leaves them skeptical. What sets us apart from the competition is that we specialize in this niche. As I mentioned earlier, we've already done the footwork to gather copious amounts of data, which grants us the ability to generate leads much faster and cheaper than the competition. Because of this, we have the luxury of providing leads to a business such as yourself risk-free in order to prove our worth first, which is something that other marketers cannot afford to do. What type of new marketing strategy do you use to bring businesses new customers? What we do isn't rocket science, but it's also not as simple as building a lemonade stand. We promise to get into all the nitty-gritty details on our call, where we'll not only provide you with more details on our process, but actually walk you through a custom demo for your business so that you can see exactly how we plan to bring new customers in through your door. So there you have it. That about wraps up the presentation. And again, it's because we take on all the risk and implement a strategy that monopolizes all the leads in a particular area for a given business that we don't just work with anyone. Now, with that being said, if you're looking for someone to help grow your business and you want to do something that's risk-free and gives you peace of mind, please fill out the application below to help us determine if we'll be a good fit for each other. Assuming that you meet all the necessary requirements, you'll be automatically directed to another page to schedule a call. And that's it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to chatting with you and seeing how we can add value to you and your business.